Senator Hirono.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would say that as our services, with the exception of Space Force, are facing recruiting challenges, why should we discourage, or why would we be discouraging women and minorities from enlisting with all this anti-DEI stuff? Admiral Kilby, the Navy's Shipyard Infrastructure Optimization Program, or SIOP, projects were unfortunately not included in Secretary Hegseth's list of protected and prioritized programs following his directive to implement an 8% budget cut across the board at the Pentagon. You testified today on the importance of SIOP, and of course, clearly we need to do a better job of repair and maintaining our ships. So with the flexibility that you are requesting in the CR, even if SIOP is not on the Secretary Hegseth's list of priorities, are you planning to prioritize critical SIOP projects across the fleet, including, for example, completion of the dry dock and planning and design for a waterfront production facility at Pearl Harbor? Indeed, we need to get on with continuing to modernize our 4 public shipyards so that you will have available ships to do what you need to do. So would you use the flexibility that you request in the CR to prioritize SIOP?
We want to continue on our SIOP program, ma'am. I've talked about the 40 projects we've done, the additional $6.3 billion that are in the budget that we want to continue on, and the remaining projects we need to execute. So we're committed to SIOP.
Good. I'm looking to you for that because what is the point in enabling us to build more ships if we can't maintain the fleet that we currently have? A skilled workforce is foundational to military readiness. However, this administration has implemented a DoD hiring freeze and is planning to fire up to 60,000 DoD employees. DoD is eliminating people across the spectrum, from firing general and flag officers without cause to removing new and motivated employees. These would be the employees who had just gotten hired and are being trained. And you would think that we would want to keep those folks, but the people in probationary status are among the first to go, as happened across the administration. For example, the VA, which is already strapped with the need to hire people, they just eliminated some 2,400 employees and about to eliminate 83,000 employees going forward. So, gentlemen, Ms. Moore, how are these personnel actions impacting the hiring, training, and retaining of a skilled national security workforce? Briefly. You can say it's not helping.
I'll start. Specific to the Marine Corps, we started our leaning out process 6 budget cycles ago in accordance with force design and talent management. So we're at the start game of this exercise for us. We're pretty lean. So any cut is going to have some impacts. However, of the 2,300 employees that we've identified, we've got protection, either exemption or exclusion, down to a number south of 75. Not without impact, but manageable from the Marine Corps standpoint. What I'm also concerned about is the exclusions or exemptions for a hiring freeze. We lose about 7 to 10% of our civilian workforce just through natural attrition each year, so we have to figure out a way to replenish that, or the number will just keep going down.
Well, hundreds of thousands of federal employees are being fired. These firings are not based on any kind of a job performance evaluation. So it's going to happen to the DoD, I would say. And so anybody else wants to weigh in?
I'll just connect to our last exchange,
Admiral.
ranking member. The shipyards are exempt from the probationary employees, and they're exempt from the hiring freeze. So we are trying to shape this in a manner that allows us to continue the most important work as we work through guidance from the administration. Also exempted from the hiring freeze is the Military Sea Lift Command, an important force for us to maintain our fleet. So I think those are efforts on the services part to manage this.
Basically, all three of you are needing to identify some very critical people that you want to make sure that these firings do not hit. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.